60 seconds.
Well, turn that frown up.
Oh, you're a single player, is that right? All right, could you get... All right, that's what I needed to know. Oh, we're holding you up, huh? Okay. Hey, let's get the ball rolling here.
Cookie, are we going right now?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
What?
All right, let's go.
It's number one.
All right, let's see what we're doing here. Jughead and economic theory. And we are talking $1,000 for this question. All right, listen carefully. Archie's dad gets a raise. He, in turn, raises Archie's allowance so Archie can then give Jughead some money to buy a cheeseburger. This is an example. It's a little-known fact that Karl Marx dated Veronica after she dumped Reggie. Now, the correct answer is trickle down. Which reminds me, somebody get my urologist on the phone.
Whoop-de-doo, it's question number 2.
The category is stroke 'em if you got 'em. A right answer will get you 2 G's for this question. Okay, get yourself set. It's time. What does a dick... And here's the right answer. It determines scarlet fever. Yeah, it's actually named after Dr. George Frederick Dick, who with his wife Gladys developed the test. Uh-oh. Test Nut Slick Crime Store.
It's time for a
Liquor pitch, no scope.
Here's your gibberish category. Turn that letter, sister. $5,000 is the opening value for this gibberish question. Okay, to solve this puzzle, you gotta think fast because every second and a half, I'm ticking off a little bit of cash. Okay, stand by with what song lyric does this rhyme, and don't let the punctuation throw you off. Let's see what you got, sir. Oh, sorry, Speedy. Sometimes it pays to pace yourself. Guess you blew off those banjo lessons, huh?
Go you band up, I won't survive for ease.
Did you ever think about this? Maybe Susanna's upset because she loves the guy, but his incessant banjo playing is driving her up the wall.
You're my question for forevermore. I love you. My question for...
This one's gonna be a very Muppet Christmas. And this one's gonna be worth $2,000. Okay, get your fingers ready, let's get busy. There's 2... That's right.
Question 5.
Next up, the sky is falling, run for your lives. Right here, $1,000 for a right answer. Now we all know the story of Chicken Little and how he freaked out and thought the sky was falling around him. In July, Skylab, the first U.S. manned space laboratory. I guess that was NASA's way of throwing another shrimp on the bobby.
Number 6, it's number 6, it's...
Here's the category. Extra crispy. This question's going to be worth $2,001 bills. Your neighbors, who happen to be cannibals, invite you over for dinner. Everyone's gathered... I threw in that answer because I felt like telling a little fibula. Here's what you should have guessed. Ulna. That would be in our wing. Oh, you've done the attack before, huh? Alright, let's get busy. Here's your clue. What the hell is that supposed to be good for? Alright, let's just see how good you're gonna be at this. there, you ever hear that expression, just scratching the surface? Well, maybe you'll get that part next time. Or maybe not, since it seems perfectly clear that you don't know Jack. Are you
60 seconds. Buzz, is it me? Is that what it is?
Okay, you're a single player, is that right? Okay, why don't you... Roger that.
30
All
seconds.
right, keep your pants on. We'll start the damn game.
This game is really funny. Let's start with question 1A.
The category is the Pete Boggs echoed with her joy. Get it right, get $2,000. Limber up those fingers. When you know the answer, buzz in and start typing. What is the direct object of... Okay, Speedy Gonzalez. Uh-oh, I thought so. Let me take a second of my time to show you what's right. The verb is gave and the goat is being given. Therefore, goat is the direct object. But don't let it get your goat. Category, let's do it. Is that your knee on my shelf? 3,000 bananas for a right answer here. Okay, listen up. Like any good chemist, you like to keep your elements tidy and recycle. Based on their abbreviations in the periodic. No, the special K box is where you keep your potassium. That's one hell of a full day's supply. Here's what you should have picked. H is the abbreviation for hydrogen, so you keep it in a preparation H container. Oddly enough, you keep your tungsten in a compound W bottle.
Not your tongue, Stan. Your tungsten.
Oh, thanks a lot. Now you tell me.
You and me, baby, makes three.
And we call this one horseplay. Get this right, get $2,000. We all know the cliche, don't put the cart before the horse. Well, suppose you do put a cart in front of a horse. Nope, that's wrong. It's incorrect. You totally missed the mark on this one. I'm sorry. Was I beating a dead horse? And over here we have the right answer. If you're too late in taking action, you're locking the stable after the horse is gone. And in this case, your horse bolted to that big stable in the sky. An outstanding selection, because under that category is one Major League point-racking question, the dis or dat. Category for this dis or dat question is breakfast cereal and biology. Now, I'm going to read off 7 brands of cereal, and for each one, I want you to tell me if the thing... Oh, okay, you already know what you're doing. Well, let's put 30 seconds on the clock then. Let's do it. Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, Sugar Smash, Rice Krispies, Blueberries, Special K. That's all 7. Well, you only got 3 right, but look at it this way. At least you're done. But don't worry, I don't think you totally suck yet. Let's go on.
Numero 5, and you don't know Jack.
Okay, coming up, this category is You're Killing Me. And $1,000 is riding on this question. Okay, let's do a little math. 1970s sitcom character. Oh, come on. I don't think Kirk Cameron is a serial killer. I'd say he's more of a liability. Now, the correct answer is Fred Sanford of Sanford & Son meets the son of Sam, a.k.a. David Berkowitz. Hey, sounds like your typical fun-loving dysfunctional family.
Can you dig it? Here's 6.
Category. What the heck is he so happy about? This one's gonna be $3,000. The happy painter, Bob Ross, has just finished another happy little masterpiece. Bob always ends the show with the parting words, reverence for one's parents or filial piety is considered the prime virtue of Confucian ethics. So remember, no painting a crack on Dad's forehead or blackening in any of Mom's teeth. Jack. You've been here before. Well, hope you're prepared this time. Here's your clue. What's the name on your birth certificate? Mine just says Buzz, but enough about me. Let's get busy.
Thought you checked out entirely until that last one. Let's take a look at your final score. That's the game.
Player 1, you ended up with less than nothing, and I bet you feel a little bit like you just discovered your fly is down. You're looking around to make sure no one noticed. Well, I noticed, and I also noticed this.
You don't know Jack!
Should not disrupt the sound booth this much.
Sound booths, if you could go.
Thanks. 30 seconds. All right, I'm hurrying. Come on, folks. We got a show to do. Smiles, everybody. Smiles.
May I introduce Homicide can be a barrel of laughs. $1,000 if you get it. Let's see if you can wrap your head around this. Which of the five? No, that would be a bird, a coin, and an African country. Now, I'll be taking some of your coin. Let's take a look at the right answer. Harpoon Maroon Buffoon. Good to know next time you stage a murder spree at the circus. Here we have Tony and Rico do the cha-cha. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. All right, there's no shame in admitting it. You're a big Barry Manilow fan, right? You probably know all the words to his song. So get ready to buzz in and type out your answer when you know the answer to this. The Copa... Talk to me, type... Interesting choice. Too bad you didn't type this. Barry Manilow's song is about the Club Copacabana, the hottest spot north of Havana. Although Havana is pretty hot. Fidel Castro dancing around with yellow feathers in his hair and his beard trimmed down to there. Open wide and get ready for...
Likes, showing my breasts. Dislikes, being objectified.
And we got $3,000 in the pot. Put your tray in the upright position. It's time for takeoff. Well, look at you with the psychic. Yeah, it's a little tougher that way, isn't it? I hope you've learned something here. Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer. Christy Mann is the lead character in Playboy of the Western World. He kills his father, and yeah, he's a guy. Yep, there's nothing sexier than a naked murderer. Uh-oh, blah, 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 blah.
It's time for a Clear Dish Crash Fund.
One gibberish category coming up. One rude bitch. This question's gonna start out at 5,000 big ones. Now, don't get nervous, but the more time you take, the less cash you get. All right, this one's for all you kids at heart out there. What popular phrase does this rhyme with? Run with it, type in your... If you waited, I would have given you a clue, and then you wouldn't have lost so much money. Oh, well.
Yeah, what a fool. You didn't know the answer. You're such a loser. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm Snubber. You are cute.
Usually when you say things like, I am rubber, you are glue, it means you don't get along with someone. But have you ever tried getting in a rubber suit and covering your lover with glue? It's quite friendly. The category is A Night to Remember. $1,000 at stake on this one. Think fast. Because it's the name... Okay, Speedy. Back in line, Flash. Maybe next time you'll think twice before screwing with the host. For the curious, here's the right answer. A beaver is the part of a suit of armor that protects the mouth and chin. Hope he's wearing his dental dam. Well, maybe the beaver will build him one. The selection is, all this posing is making me tired. And you're playing for $3,000 cash money. Okay, watch out, virgin ears. This one's a little saucy. Say, Jenny, let this be a lesson to you. Should have picked this. The term spread eagle comes from the figure of an eagle with wings and legs spread on the emblem of the Great Seal of the U.S. Ain't that just like America? You try to do something patriotic and someone hides you under the mattress. All right, fine. You want to get to the attack? Consider it done. You may need this clue. I've got your tragic end right here, baby. Well now, how appropriate. Good luck. You're gonna need it. Just think, if you only got one or two more questions right, you'd just be embarrassed instead of utterly humiliated. Oh, and while I'm adding insult to injury... You don't know Jack! That's a...
Hello, welcome to You Don't Know Jack, the ride. How many people will be... Nobody else to play with? Well, who needs them? Are you a Excellent. It's always great to play with experienced professionals. So, tell me, what's your sign? If you feel like buzzing, use the letter B. All right, try to think of new forms of animal cruelty while we get things ready here. Okay.
Show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of You Don't Know Jack, the Ride, is brought to you by the Association of Lawyers, Loan Sharks, and Animals with Really Big Fangs, preying on the weak and defenseless since the beginning of time. And now, here's your host, Guy Towers.
All right, welcome. Here's that big game you've been hunting for. All righty, put on your hunting cap because it's time to go on the prowl. Wow, big bucks on this one. All right, this one's called Hunting Prey Deep in the Jungles of Nashville. Look out, here it comes. Hey, where do the Nashville Predators... No, you're thinking of the Orlando Predators in the Arena Football League, right? Yeah, right. Huh, maybe you didn't see this one. The Nashville Predators hunt their prey in the National Hockey League. You know, the name makes total sense. I mean, a lot of predators pull the skin of their prey over their shoulders before they try to punch them to death. This baby's gonna be... When nursery rhyme predators attack. All right, we got a little over $4,000 riding on this bad boy, and here's the pitch. If the big bad wolf wants to make a... No, the sides would be good for a BLT. My PYT. Wow, you huffed and you puffed and you blew on that question. Unlike bacon, spare ribs, sausage, or any other thing called pork, ham comes from the pig's thigh. Or the wolf's overacting. Huh. Well, it's better than nothing. And it's going to be called... The Hall and Oates of Fame. Hey, remember that Hall and Oates song, Maneater? Well, if Hall and Oates want to pay... Right. All Cherokee had sport utility vehicles at their disposal. Well, it seems so obvious now, doesn't it? They'll only come out at night. Ooh, Mohawk means man-eaters. But you know, punk hair is on its way out, so it'd be better to get some other minority to misrepresent.
There was a man put out his eye, a rifle was to blame-o. So blame the NRA-o.
Welcome to Rifle. Remember to buzz in when the first letter of the answer lights up if you want to win the cash. And the bonus is yours if you can grab all 5 letters. Let's do it. Adding insult to blank. Good memory, but afraid of mice. The Beatles' Rocky Blank. Beaver's house. A fraternal order with antlers. Go blank card game. Fish egg. African mammal with a horny nose. Actress Sally we really like. Most drivers get one at 16. 2 under par in golf. The Sixth Sense. 4th major TV network. Off keeps them off. Bugs Bunny is one. Wabbit. Australian ostrich-like bird. Oz character that needed courage. That's it. That's all of them. Oh, no bonus this time. Too bad. All right, get a load of you. Let's keep going. Well, that sucks. Oh well. Category. You have indeed frightened the excrement out of me. Okay, you know how sometimes when movies are shown in foreign countries, their titles suffer a little in the translation? Which of these creative translations... The mandible is the lower jawbone, so this translation could work. You know, speaking of bad translations, I once saw The Unbearable Lightness of Being translated as Whee! Get ready for Naked 3 Martini Lunch. Hey, you ever play I Never? You know, someone says, I never such and such, and then if you have done such and such, you got a drink? Well, imagine a bunch of dead writers. No, that would make Ernest Hemingway and Joseph Conrad drink. You know, Hemingway would have the harder time with it, of course. In case you're wondering,
Since Burroughs did indeed kill his wife while trying to shoot a glass off her head, he'd have to drink. But you know, taking a drink wouldn't be so bad. I mean, it might help him relax and aim better next time. And your category is... You must be this tall to ride Jeff Goldblum. Ready, set, here you go. Because this time period didn't have any... No, there would be dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. Just no T-Rex. Or half the other dinosaurs we see in that movie. Should have picked this one. The Permian era came and went before the dinosaurs' time. Yep, it was filled with gigantic plants that would cruelly do each other's hair without mercy. The category is... A little fossil told me. Here comes the questione. Because it's considered to be the first... Man, when you're wrong, you're really wrong. Just for the record, here's the right answer. Well, like the caveman says, an Archaeopteryx in the hand is worth 2 in the prehistoric bush. It had feathers, a wishbone, and was putting the fear of God into them worms about 150 million years ago during the Jurassic period. And for your viewing pleasure, don't get too cocky. Okay, put away your rooster and imagine this. Since cockfights are illegal, you... Oh, no, really. Well, I would have picked this one. A cockatrice is a mythological serpent hatched from a cock's egg, able to kill with its deadly gaze. So, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Be careful with the one-eyed snake. Nice pick. It's time for a Dis or Dat. And this Dis or Dat questions category is the better to eat you with. Okay, I'm going to read off 7 items. And for each one, tell me if the person or thing is a fox or a wolf. You cash in for each one you get right, but you lose out for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. You got 30 seconds to nail all 7. And we're up. Well, you picked up 5. Not great, but not terrible. Okay, my friend, there's your score. Let's see what you can do to it. This one will be... My jugular bleeds for you. Hey, you know that Anne Rice book, Interview with the Vampire, and how it's written like a, like an interview with a vampire? Well, considering the format in which the... Well, just try harder next time. Hey, let's see what a correct answer looks like. Blah! Dracula is an epistolary novel, which means it's told through letters and journals written by the characters. And I'll tell you, that story was so scary, I pretty much epistolaried all over myself. This one's called Somewhere Over the Graveyard. Here's the question. Say the Return of the Living Dead zombie.
Tin Man. Tasty. Yes, a little on the oily side, though.
Wow. How about this one? The zombies wanted brains! And the Scarecrow doesn't have any. And for dessert, they're going after those little yummies in the Lollipop Guild. Hey, you know what happens when I run out of plastic wrap? Well, check out this clue. Curses foiled again. Me, I prefer like a plastic wrap. You know, it's a personal thing. Oh, good luck. All right, let's see your final score. El Stinko.
Yo ho ho! Welcome to the game. Game away.
Fine, I got you. Now, set sail for the booty. Remember, the point is to answer the questions correctly. You seem to have forgotten that on your last voyage, but go get that loot, and someday I'll be free. Sail on!
Well, look at you, playing Jack all by yourself. Isn't that sweet? Hey, you know what? I bet you win. Now, shall we see if you've been paying attention? Open wide and get ready for 1 ounce of hot sex. How does $4,000 sound? So, who's up for some shots? Because the drink does not exist, which shot... Blah, I got something on my tongue. Can you see it? Can you see it? Get it off! Get it off! Here's the one you didn't pick. There ain't no such shot as a wiggly belly. Now, a six-pack off of a six-pack, well, that's something different. This category is known as Leanne Rhymes. This one's worth 2,000 simoleons. Put your head between your knees. We're going down. Which of the following performers' names is... You've been stung. The correct answer is... Well, Faith Hill doesn't need much, but if she'd like to be a sentence, she does need a verb. And if she's interested, I could slip her a dangling modifier. The category is... How many points is MORON worth? And this baby's worth 6,000 big ones. Okay, let's go. Which of the following versions of Scrabble? This is why we can't have nice things. What do you say we check out the right answer? What? The Chinese language has roughly 50,000 characters in their alphabet.
Hey, that's not a word. You're just throwing down squiggly lines randomly.
No, it's a word. It means fortune cookie.
How about... Hey, guess what I've got here?
It's time for liver-based test quiz.
Let's take a look at your category. Be a farmer or just look like one. The starting amount for this one is $10,000. Okay, now as soon as you figured out what this gibberish phrase rhymes with, buzz in, because the more time you take, the less cash you get. What do you say you take a look at this nonsense and tell me with what name it rhymes? All right. You buzzed in too early, you lost some cash. I can live with that. Well, I can tell you this much. The only reason I know where Papua New Guinea is because I played Fairskinned a Curl, Liz Farman, Tan Biafo. Now, maybe it's just me, but recalling world geography seems an awful lot to ask of a little kid who can't remember what the hell bus to take home after school. For your enjoyment, we shall be thonged no more. Pay attention, because this one's worth $6,000. Okay, free your mind. Which of these would soldiers at the... Well, looks like so. Yeesh. Here's the right answer. Fort Lauderdale was originally built as an army fort during the Seminole Indian War. And to think, the whole thing started off as an innocent game of beach volleyball. This one's called Hats Entertainment. We're talking $6,000 here, so pay attention. Hey kids, it's Howdy Doody time. Which of these is... Oh. Well, that's wrong, but it was a really bad guess. Should have picked this one. Travel all you want to. You ain't gonna find a fedora in Italy. But I'll tell you, you won't believe what they put on their heads in jockstrap, France. You are about to embark upon the attack. Well, you want to get right to it. Fine with me. Here's your clue. Don't do that unless you want to feel my wrath. Although I do have a very nice wrath. I was wondering when you were going to get one right. Let's check out your final score. There it is. You know, you kind of remind me of a dead animal on the side of the road on a hot summer day. You stink. Listen closely now. There's a fly buzzing in your ear. It's saying, "You don't know Jack!"
You have no friends today. Thank you.
I know.
Oh, someone's a little hepped up on caffeine. Hey, let's get this show on the road.
For the enjoyment of everyone during question 1, please, no unnecessary talking.
Shh. All right, here's the deal. Babbling Brook. This one can net you $1,000. Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. Which of these... Okay, Speedy. See? Let me show you what someone smart would have picked. As far as I can tell, nobody in Alice, Sweet Alice wants to have sex with Brooke Shields. But someone does want to kill her and light her on fire, which is odd because Brenda Starr hadn't even been made yet.
Cut the red wire! Watch out, it's gonna blow!
That was close. Too close. Let's see what we got going. To be or not to be, 97. And we're talking 2,000 for this baby. Why do I have to ask all of the questions? Why don't you ask me a question? You can ask... Why you? Because you're wrong. That's why. I guess the question you're asking now is, huh? There is no movie called Where. There is also no one on my baseball team named Where. But who's on first? Why, me's the pitching coach, and What's Up, Doc is the short reliever.
A question so real you can almost touch it. Filmed in spectacular 3D.
The category is for the person with all the answers. And we got $3,000 in the pot. Well, maybe you didn't like asking me the question last time. Maybe you don't like questions. Maybe you only like answers with no ifs, ands, or buts. Which of those can... And you're wrong. Bet you wish you'd pick this. If is a classic 1969 British film about unrest in a boarding school. It was Malcolm McDowell's first film. By the way, Malcolm plays left field on my baseball team. Shark! And I believe this one's called They Might Be Actors. I'm giving out $3,000 for a right answer. Grease yourself up and get ready to wrestle. Let's say the band... Romeo and Juliet and they might be giants? You might be wrong. Let's take a look at the right answer. In the movie, George C. Scott has delusions of being Sherlock Holmes, and Joanne Woodward's a psychiatrist named Dr. Watson. So whenever Holmes says the game's afoot, you know he's just bragging about the size of his pipe. Hey, all right, guess what you just picked? It's time to play Dis or Dat. And this Dis or Dat questions category is, I've got the blues, brother. Okay, I'm going to read off. Oh, so you already know how to play. Okay, let's put 30 seconds on the clock then. And let's go. The blues. Animals. Drives. Ducks. Knives. Cops. Flats. That's all she wrote. 4 out of 7 is very mediocre. Let's check out your new total. Hey, it's better than losing money. Let's go on.
Password.
Yeah, tell him 6 sent me.
Well, what do we have here? One hell of a tub. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Strap on your helmet. We're going in. Rub-a-dub-dub.
What's cooking?
Someone score.
Should have picked this. The Fabulous Baker Boys are both nightclub pianists, with Michelle Pfeiffer as their lead singer. Yeah, the butcher and the candlestick maker don't care if they take up some extra space, as long as the Baker Boys stop trying to tickle their keys. You think you know the attack, huh? I got news for you. Not all attacks are equal. Here's your clue. Placing a name. Let's see if you can make a name for yourself. Good luck. Suck so bad when you're playing by yourself. Let's see where you ended up. That's the game. Player, just think, if you only got 1 or 2 more questions right, you'd just be embarrassed instead of utterly humiliated. Oh, and while I'm adding insult to injury. You don't know. Okay. You're a single player, is that right? All right, could you give me a... It doesn't. Gotcha. Hold on a second. Come on, let's get going. Come on. What the hell are you looking at? I said go!
We're number 1. We're number 1.
Here's the category. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. I'm paying out $2,000 if you get this one right. Remember the final race of jockey Willie Shoemaker's illustrious career? What was the name? No, I think Waxy Hound Dog was a greyhound racer with recurring ear problems. Here's what you should have guessed. The last horse Willie rode in a professional race was Patchy Ground Fog. And maybe someday you'll be able to go to the Horse Racing Hall of Fame to see Patchy mounted once again. Or maybe in Tijuana.
Down! Question 2!
Here's your category. Football at the polls. And we are talking $1,000 for this question. Hope you're ready, because here's one coming at you. Suppose that the Buffalo Bills are the only NFL team that plays its home games within New York State boundaries. Whoever they vote for always seems to lose the big one, though.
Choke!
Ooh, right in the threes. That's gotta hurt.
3. The category, Vogue in the Outback. And we'll pay out $3,000 for this one. All right, pay attention. Here comes the question. If you were a pay close attention to your score, watch closely. And let's see the correct answer. According to international rugby rules, refs may not stop the clock for a player to tie his shoes. It's also illegal for a player's mom to run out and tie it for him.
Sonny, your shoe is untied.
Oh. Uh-oh, best putts fits mine, whore.
It's time for a Tinkerlick
All right, now here's your category for this gibberish question. Bad advice for stand-up comics. $5,000 is the opening value for this gibberish question. Okay, now remember, you don't have a lot of time here, so the less time you take, the more money you make. Okay, tell me, with what bit of coaching advice does this rhyme? Okay, let's see if you know it. Whoops, a little too fast with the fingers. Sorry.
Hey, Johnson, be aggressive. Make a small poo the last bit.
So, what's his next piece of handy advice? Throw the ball into the basket?
Here they come sitting out of the turn. It's question 5 by a nose.
The category is, please don't eat the cue cards. Okay, $2,000 is coming your way if you get this one. Get ready to buzz, because here it comes. The world's athlete, Mike Ditka, has never appeared as a gruff but lovable Santa Claus. But if he had, he would have whipped those elves' asses into shape pronto.
Foul. Illegal handling of the balls, number 6.
This one's gonna be, God loves a hockey player. $1,000 for a right answer. So, you feeling anxious? Me too. Let's go. Because of the team's name. Hey, who are you? Wrongy Wrongerson? Let's take a look at the big money answer. The New Jersey Devils. In fact, if he raises $1 million, he'll guarantee that neither you nor he will ever be traded to the Devils.
The attack is upon you. So, you done the attack before. No problem. Here's your clue. Your team's name sure is colorful. That's your clue. Begin the attack.
Diver who can't swim. You're still below the surface, but it sure was fun to watch. Yeah, it looks like the judges say,
You don't know Jack!
Did I really need to be here for one player? I mean, I'm on it. Job with what? You got a plane to catch? Fine, we're gonna start the show. Get ready, everybody.
And now climbing up the charts all the way to number 1.
For your enjoyment, I want your pants. $2,000 for a correct answer. Forward march. Say you're suing the pants off a $500 pair of pants. What are you suing, a J. Crew model? I could have given you some cash if you picked this one. The maximum amount you can sue someone for on the People's Court is $1,500. Speaking of pants, did you know that Judge Wapner never wore any? Okay, that's just an urban myth that I am determined to spread. We're calling this one, but they hardly ever use their feet. Let's see what you'll do for $1,000. Ready? Catch this. Considering the only day of the year since 1966, the Dallas Cowboys and Detroit Lions have played games on Thanksgiving, when there's usually some turkey about. Yeah, it all makes sense, really. You know, the Thanksgiving traditions of pilgrims, Indians, cowboys, lions, and on and on.
We're losing him, Doctor.
On my count. 1, 2, 3. Never mind.
Let's see what we got going. The Gumby of Wrath. I'm going to give away $3,000 this time. Think fast. It's question time. Suppose that times get tough. This habit of non-payment bugs me. Poor approach. Well, that'll make an exciting story, won't it? Gumby was originally part of the Howdy Doody show. Yeah, but he didn't stay there too long. You just can't run around saying damn it all the time on a kid's show.
Spotless window, shining floor, do it all with number 4.
Open wide and get ready for, hey, she's not a real Brady. You get it right, you get $2K. All right, come on, admit it. You got a little teary-eyed when Bobby Brady got married and stood up from his wheelchair to walk to his bride, right? Yeah, it just shows what the love of a good woman can do for you. Given who played porn star, oh yeah, he wishes. Hey, if you got a minute, take a look at this. Bobby Brady's wife on the not very memorable The Bradys was played by Martha Quinn, one of the first MTV VJs. Now, that marriage could be a conflict of interest. I mean, Bobby would be trying to get her to play the It's a Sunshine Day video all the time, and that means we all suffer. Okay, Flesh Nut Slit Slime Snore.
It is time for observation.
Your gibberish category for today is coming out in the backwoods. Let's get the ball rolling at 5K for this gibberish question. Okay, you're going to have about 30 seconds to solve this thing, but every second and a half, I'm going to take some of that cash back. All right, take a look and tell me, with what TV term does this gibberish phrase rhyme? Let's see what you got. Start typing. You buzzed in too early, you lost some cash. I can live with that. Yeah, it's every actor's dream to one day star on a Get You Gay Son Mamma Me. I guess they had to abbreviate it to sitcom so that the TV-watching public wouldn't lose interest before the phrase was over.
Tonight's topic, 6 in the workplace.
This one's called You're Cooking with Crisco Now. How does $2,000 sound? See if you can wrap your skull around this. If Swiss inventor Hansi... No, you won't get Jan's attention, but you might grab the attention of those guys with the straitjackets. Let me show you what I would have picked. Hansi Lube experimented with smell-o-vision. He tried to transmit scents along with sounds and images. It was actually really great for cooking shows until the first time we saw Jan Can cut the cheese. Oh, you already know the attack. Well, don't let me stand in your way. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about. Kissing cousins. Pucker up. Here we go. you just suck so bad when you're playing by yourself? Let's see how you hurt your final score. There it is. Damn, think about it, player. If you'd have gotten just 1 or 2 more questions right, I could still tell you that you stink, but you wouldn't have to agree with me. Oh, and while I'm pouring salt in the wound...
You don't know Jack.
Beautiful.
I just give him a squeeze and spread tropical disease.
If you can taste you the second time around.
60 seconds.
Hi. Oh, you're too kind. Playing alone, huh? You should be the smart.
45 seconds.
All right, buddy, hit the number.
30 seconds.
Okay, your buzzer's gonna be the letter B.
Now the man who doesn't know the time of day, even in the clock store, Bobby.
Woohoo! All right, welcome to Head Rush. What, just you and me tonight? Don't you have any friends or anything? Nah, don't worry about it. Friends are overrated. Here's what you keep your arms inside the car at all times while the game is in motion. We're off. Category. Looks like this category is what stinks in here. Looks like this one's going for $10,000. Hey, you know that Calvin Klein cologne called CK1 that's supposed to be for men and women? Well, if Calvin Klein... So, do you like my new cologne?
Whatever.
Calvin Klein's ambivalent.
Hey, let's take a look at the right answer. Androgynous means it can be for a man or a woman. Okay. Coming at you, Puerto Rico Suave. Get it right, I'm handing over $20K. So, you know, the other day I was watching one of those MTV Road Rules marathons. You know, those ones that you don't really want to watch, but before you know it, the entire day has passed you by. And, well, anyway, I was kind of getting into it. You know, when Oscar went to his home in Puerto Rico, did you know that that's a commonwealth of the U.S.? It's not a state, but like all the people there are U.S. citizens. You know, like all those famous baseball players like Bernie Williams, Juan Gonzalez, Carlos Baerga. Problem is, they're not allowed to vote in our national elections. Not that half the people in this country who can vote do. Yeah, I guess MTV's Rock the Vote isn't rocking hard enough. Anyway, what was the point I was trying to make? Oh, yeah. Which of these things did I just... At least somebody's paying attention. Oh, look, I just got my next assignment. It says, shut up and let them get on with the game. Whatever. This one's called I Believe I Can Fly and Lay Eggs. And we got $30,000 in the pot. Alrighty, I got a quick celebrity math problem for you, okay? See if you can work it out. Ladybird Bet you wish you would have picked this. Lady Bird Johnson was the popular wife of former President Lyndon Johnson. You know, politics would be a lot more interesting if they put up some hoops at the White House.
The First Lady for 3.
In your face, Mr. Press Secretary.
All right. Pucker up for Who Will Save Your Pieces? How does $20,000 sound? Hey, remember Jewel? You know, that singer with the snaggly old teeth? Say you're such... Oh. In case you're wondering, Ursa Major is not a body part, but it is a constellation, better known as the Big Bear.
Wow, yole, 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 present for me. Whoa.
Hey, nice choice. You just picked a dis or dat. And this dis or dat questions category is, that is so not your color. Okay, fine. You know the rules. Here comes the monkey timer. Let's boogie. Sonic. Heart. Math. Sugar. That's all of them. Rewrite, Bull Rock. Not good. Hey, it could be worse. works. I mean, you could, like, drown in a sewer. Okay, what's up next? The category? Forget mother's milk. What about cartoons milk? This one can get you 10 grand. All right, now you've seen those Got Milk commercials, right? Well, let's say the Milk Advisory Board wants a new spokesperson for those ads. Which of these babes could... No, Miss Piggy could definitely say she's got milk. She could also say she's got bacon, she's got ham, got pork chops. Hey, got a minute? Take a look at her right answer. Daisy Duck is not a mammal, so she does not produce milk. But just because she can't give you milk doesn't mean she can't make you one heck of an omelet. Cat. For your enjoyment, driver's ed sucks rocks. I'm giving out 30 grand for a right answer. All right, now let's assume that it's a perfect world and everyone gets their driver's license when they turn 16. Which of your friends would have... No, someone born in the Cenozoic period would only be about 60 million years old, so their parents are going to be picking them up from the mall for at least a couple more million years or so. Oh, and here's what you didn't pick. Precambrian is the earliest era in geological history, so your Precambrian friend would have been driving the longest.
Hey, Oog, can you drive us to the mall?
Oog, drive car. Fasten seatbelt.
It's time for my question. Here we go. Old man's morning memories. Hey!
And I believe this one's called...
I'm the dancer and he's the dancer.
And it's worth $20,000 if you get this one right.
Now, you don't tell me I don't know about the kids' music these days, boy. I tell you, I got all the famous record albums and I like to play them. In fact, I'm going to see if you can figure out who my most favoritist is. You just type in their name there, kiddo, when you know it, okay? All right. Okay.
Make your move.
It's the wrong answer show. Hey, what's the matter? You live you live under a rock or something? Those two nice boys who lost their Grammys when they confessed they didn't even sing on their first album were known as Milli Vanilli.
So those guys are your favorites, old man?
Oh, yeah. I love the Milli Vanilli. I like them with nuts and whipped cream and those little cookie wafers and the Marascalino cherry.
You didn't take your pills today, did you?
Uh-oh. What time is it?
Yeah. Give it up for mountain climbing makes me hot. And you pocket 20,000 clams if you get this one. Wipe off that finger, because here we go. If you're climbing Mount Rushmore... I'm Abraham Lincoln, and I've got a boog hanging. Pick it. The correct answer is... That's Teddy Roosevelt on Mount Rushmore, not Franklin. Okay. May I introduce killer stage props, dude? This one will get you 10 grand. Hey, man, you guys like that grunge rock from Seattle, right? Because I'm totally down with you guys. You know, I'm on your side, man, because I understand. You know, they don't know. I know. All right, whatever. I'm a geek. If Soundgarden brings a... Survey says... For the curious, here's the right answer. Black holes are collapsed stars with gravitational pulls so strong they even suck in light. Yeah, I've always said Soundgarden sucks. Category. We'll be right back to the game after this commercial break.
Mira, es el plátano con el paraguas. Hasta luego, paraguas. Oh, oh, King Kong está aquí y King Kong le gustan los plátanos. Pobre plátano.
All right, fine. You want to get to the head rush? Consider it done. Oh, you may need this clue. Stuck in the middle again. Well, you better not be stuck, because this head rush is starting. Good luck.
your score? That's the game. Well, you ended up with less than nothing. Don't worry about it. You can owe me. Thanks for head rushing. Until next time, bye-bye.